Hyper 3D is AI-driven 3D model generator. And what makes this one special? First time in the world it can generate 12K textures. This is a huge step forward for every single person who works with 3D. Generating simple models for background details or straight up characters, the options are endless. In this video I will show you what Hyper 3D can do by lot of examples. The best part is, you get professional result under 5 minutes and it's just so simple that everybody can use it. About this, I actually want to show you. Let me walk you through how you can start generating models with 12K textures by yourself. Opening Hyper 3D, this is the first page that looks at you. And not only this is the first page, but it's also the main page. Here you can start generating right away. At the top middle, you can select what are you going to work with. Text image to 3D avatar, 3D or video generation, and bunch of other tools. In this video we mainly focus on 3D. In the middle is the section where you can upload your image to start 3D modeling with 12K textures. Below it is a big button called Generate. I believe this doesn't need an introduction. And right below this one is the generator engine. You have few options over here, choosing speed over quality or other way around, or the middle ground for both. The best engine is Gen 2.5. This is what we are using in this video. Next to it is the setting that you probably use the most. You can select the thinking effort. Select extremely low and you have the result in around 4 seconds. Select extremely high and wait 80 seconds, which is not a long waiting time at all, but you get extremely good quality. And here is also a multiplier. Times 1 means you get 1 result at a time, and times 3 results at once. Scrolling even more down, we finally arrived at the asset and exploration section. Huge library of models from other creators. You see a high quality preview in multiple different angles and lightings. If you like this model, you can download it straight away or leave a like to find it later. If you select from features to mine, you see your own assets. We will come back here later. And liked the models you have liked. This is a quick overview of Hyper 3D. But let's actually try to generate something. Click inside the box and select your image for uploading. You can select multiple pictures from different angles. Before pressing generate, make sure that you have selected your desired settings. I am generating the models with extremely high setting. The generation happens in 2 steps. The first result looks just like this. So far we have created only 3D mesh. First, we have to make sure that the mesh where we want to create 12K textures on is correct and acceptable. If you want to have insane results, select the macro and press redo. Because I used macro, the surface looks so much detailed compared to the previous one. Before we continue with the textures, you can download the model with 10 million triangles. Because of the 10 million triangles on the mesh, the severity of the details is remarkable. But we don't stop here. We want to have 12K textures on this exact model, so I pressed confirm. After around 40 seconds, the 3D model is ready and here is the preview. But we also want to create 12K textures. For this, change the settings here to extremely high. And if you want, you can tweak PBR temperatures, but in this case, I leave it like it is. So I can press generate. Again, around half a minute of waiting, here we have it. At this current state, we still have only a preview and we can redo it. Change PBR temperature or add more pictures from different angles. But if you like it, we can just press confirm and then it creates the model with the textures, what we can download and use anywhere where we want. This model was generated using 3 images, a front view and 2 side profiles. Even though there wasn't a single image showing the back of the head, Hyper 3D was still available to generate a complete 3D model with high resolution textures. Because the AI had access to both side views, it could reconstruct the overall head shape. The jawline, ears, facial proportions and profile all looks very natural, and the model holds up well for almost every angle. The textures are another highlight. Hyper 3D generated detailed 12K texture maps, capturing wrinkles, skin pores, braid stubbles, stubble color variations, and even small imperfections in the skin. What's really impressive is how well the AI combined information from multiple images. Instead of tearing each photo separately, it builds a consistent 3D representation that blends all the viewpoints together in a single model. that creates much smoother transition around the face and eliminates many of the distortions that are common with single image reconstruction. Of course, there are still some illuminations. Since no image of the back of the head was provided, Hyper 3D had to predict the entire area. You can clearly see this from the rear view. The overall shape is reasonable, but the textures is much smoother and less detailed than the front, and the geometry doesn't match the same level of realism. That's exactly where the AI had the least amount of information to work with. Even with that illumination, the final result is surprisingly strong. The face itself looks highly accurate, the side profile is convincing, and the textures are detailed enough for many real-world applications. If you use more than one reference photo, 2 sides, back and front, well then we see the result is every angle absolutely perfect. This is pretty much as good as it can get. Every small hair on the face and head is perfectly visible and realistic. And the ears, the amount of details you can see, like those small things, make the model perfect. Especially looking behind the ears. Neck is spot on, eyes are realistic, absolutely perfect result. For the backpack I also used single image. So far this looks a beautiful 3D model, exactly like on the image. And texturing seems also pretty good. But if you zoom in, now we truly see how well textured this actually is. This is the model where the 12K resolution really pops out. Also at the back, where the Hyper 3D didn't see. Even from here, absolutely excellent job. This model can easily be used in video games or 3D animations straight away. I show you a few similar models more. This bag, nice clean leather. Zooming in, we see the severe details of how well the leather is textured on the model. This one is a bit more complex than the previous one. The textures and coloring pops out on this one a bit more. Again, when we zoom in, the details are massive. Again, those models are completely usable straight away without any editing needed. Trying something different now, the chair. Model that can be used in video games, 3D animations or architecture. The 3D model from a single image is spot on. The AI had a only front view, but the sides and back are nicely there, exactly how they should. And the textures complete the model. We see the soft material, beautiful. Zoomed in, we see the details and the depth. But also the wood legs. The texturing work on those ones is just so clean. Making this type of model on scratch makes hours of work, but Hyper 3D made this just under 5 minutes. It's difficult to ask a better result than this one. Chair legs made me wanna try some wood things, so I found one wooden bowl or plate. This is a simple model I know, but I wanna see the result. First of all, the model itself, the edges are not straight lines. Hyper 3D mimicked this perfectly, and the textures are beautiful and detailed. If you do some professional work, this type of small details matter, but they take a huge amount of time. I actually see how useful and faithful tool Hyper 3D can be for everybody who works with anything related to 3D modeling. The examples are endless. Looking at the feature section, the great examples are everywhere and in completely different categories. Some are modern furniture, some are logos, faces, 3D avatars, plants, you name it. There is no limits. You can create whatever comes in your mind. And the results, this is not just another AI slop. Hyper 3D generates actual usable 3D models with 12K textures. This type of tool makes producing video games or animations so much faster because you don't need to model every small object or texture by hand and spending hours for this. This is a great step forward for everyone who works with 3D models. If you see that Hyper 3D can be an unreplaceable tool for your workload, you find all the information and links in the description. Go try this out by yourself. But thank you for watching and exploring this interesting and innovative tool with me. But for now, bye.